Well, here we are again, and photography to me is just what you capture in real life, or what's going on, is amazing. And Ronda Anderson is a photographer, and she has done some photographs of a place that's very near and dear to my heart, as it is Janice. Janice is with the Proctors Historical Committee.
Yes.
But we have some wonderful photos. The composition is wonderful.
Yes.
And Janice, tell us how this all came about.
Well, actually, it was very interesting. At the last Proctors Historical Committee meeting, there was Rhonda, and so she was talking about her display that's in the Fenimore room right now. And
it's going to be there to the 27th or
yes.
something? Yeah.
To the 29th.
29th, I'm sorry.
29th. And it's like, I know a place that we should go and tell people about it, because it's one thing to have it there. It's another thing to make sure that people go in and look at it. And when you're standing in line, there's lots to look at. Even before you get to Rhonda's, and Rhonda will talk about her shots, but if you're standing in line waiting for the Lion King, go look at the case on Proctors, and the windows on the Vaudeville transition, and then you've got gift shops, so you've got wonderful art
things to look at,
as well as the museum upstairs.
And
but now we have Rhonda.
What got you started to do a place? I mean, you kind of focused on Proctors to do this exhibition for.
Yes.
Why Proctors?
I've been ushering at Proctors since the early 80s. And as an avid photographer, you know, when I started ushering at Proctors, I was so excited.
It's an exciting place, isn't
yes.
it, to usher at? Yeah.
And I wanted to see the whole scope of Proctors.
Yep.
And I'm so excited to share the photographs since the early 1980s. And it is interesting because I've looked at my work in a different perspective after putting up the show, because when I start photographing, I photograph the aesthetics. Something captures my eye. And there is definitely...
I love the ladder. I think that's a ladder. It's just amazing.
Yes, and there is definitely the wow factor of Proctors.
And you did that in a sepia tone, didn't you? Or is that the natural color?
Actually, that is the natural color.
Oh, really? Okay.
And that's one aspect that I wanted to show with the Proctors pictures for over 30 years, is to show patrons, volunteers, the public, different places where maybe they perhaps
all those
have not gone.
Crannies,
yes.
Right? Yeah.
And so that ladder is above the space of the main chandelier, which I had the privilege of taking photographs, and I was up there for several hours photographing. So I have a picture of the main chandelier, and it's nice to see the opposite side of it. I don't think too many people have seen that before.
What would
Even
be a
when
really
you do
cool
a tour.
What would be a cool picture is those guys changing the bulbs up there.
Yes.
I guess they bring the chandelier down. I'm sure that's what they do. And of course, the dressing room is wonderful. And of course, we have so many dressing room, the tables that are being decorated or have been decorated, which are very interesting as well. And I see you have the poster of Chicago.
Yes, that actually is a picture of the dressing room of Chicago.
Okay.
And it was interesting taking pictures of the old dressing rooms compared to the new dressing rooms.
Oh, the new ones are incredible, aren't they?
Because it has changed so much. And photographers, artists are always interested in light. And so when I was taking that photograph, because the new dressing rooms are quite large, and fluorescent lighting, which may not always be the best for photography.
It's not always the good, but you know,
so
it gives you a challenge.
Yes, and that was the fun part of it, because I turned off the lights and I moved the curtains so that there would be a spotlight on the dressing room for Chicago.
Isn't that great? Yeah, that's wonderful. It's an amazing building because there's so much with the gold work that's been done and the fall marble that, what do they call it? I forgot the name of it.
Spagliato.
Yeah, right. And there's so much to see that it's, and people, I usher as well, and people are always asking me about the the theater, you know, and it's my privilege to be able to tell them a little bit about it. I don't have all the information, but they are amazed when you tell them how old it is and what went into it.
And after seeing something like this, again, then when the patron goes back into the theater, I think that it enhances their interest and their experience.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And of course, we do want to mention that the museum is on the second floor and is open during the
intermission and before the show.
Right. Are any of your pictures in the museum?
No, not in the museum.
Yeah. So if you want to see it, I would go to the Fenimore Gallery.
Yes.
And that's on the second floor of Proctors. And when is that open?
I will be manning the Fenimore Gallery every Sunday between 1 and 3.
Okay. So they could go there before the show because the show starts at, I'm not sure, because they've changed the times a little bit.
Yeah, they juggle the time depending on. But you do have shows on Sunday for a couple more weeks. And
you have the Green Market, so people
and the
can
Green
come
Market
up
will be there. And on the 17th, there'll be a fundraiser going on in Key Hall.
Okay.
So there's lots of stuff. Not only Lion King, but so much going on. So come to see Ronda's pictures. You can go to the Green Market. You can go to a wonderful fundraiser on the 17th. Even if you've seen Lion King, just come on over to Proctors.
Yeah, it's just so much fun. This is an alive place to be.
Oh my gosh.
It's the center of the downtown, it seems, because you know, there's people in the Apostrophe Cafe, and they're milling around, and they're buying tickets, and they're all over. But you need to get up to the second floor and take a look at the wonderful photographs here. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see your work.
Yeah.
Good.
Another treasure.
Yes.